Hello, this is Big Fat Manatee from OEA. The topic of today's video is Bic Lighters, specifically these three here. On the left we have the Bic Maxi Standard, in the middle we have the Bic Mini Standard, and on the right we have the Bic Mini Electronic. Bic lighters are well known, reliable, affordable lighters, so this video is just going to be a fairly quick overview of the differences between these three lighters here. So comparing the standard to electronic versions, we have the Standard Pros, which are you're able to use the sparker to light a fire even after the gas has run out. Obviously the gas hasn't run out on this one, but if it had and you had some really easy to light tinder, you could just stick the tinder in there and get it to light. The standard is cheaper and the standard works better at altitude, which isn't tested by me, but it is reasonably common knowledge. The advantages of the electronic is that it works after being dunked in water straight away, whereas the standard takes a while to dry out and some effort to dry out, and there is a video on YouTube showing that, and I'll post a link to that one below. On the electronic there's no stupid safety thing that makes it hard to use with cold and numb hands, but it is stiffer to push and hold down this button to compensate for that. And so if you're going to put one of these into an emergency kit, you're better off trying to find a standard one that's post-accident. What I mean by post-accident is sometimes you'll find a standard lighter that's got a bit of lint stuck between the wheel and the safety device, just like this one here. And sometimes what happens, if you're a bit uncoordinated, you'll get your Leatherman squirt or something like that. You'll be trying to remove this lint and you just pry it. Oh shit! Just like that. Oh no, I've done it again. But this here is actually the one that I've had run out of gas. And as you can see, it's a lot easier to strike the wheel now that that's removed. So yeah, as I said, if you're going to put it in an emergency kit where you might need it with cold wet hands, you're better off using a post-accident one. So the Bic Mini Electronic is bigger in physical dimensions than the Mini Standard, but the Standard does run for longer. As far as durability goes, there is a Bic lighter exposure test on YouTube by Black Owl Outdoors of a Bic lighter that they've left outside for 9 months now, and it's still going strong. I've put a link below to the 9-month video, but there's a few previous videos as well. The dimensions of the lighters, which are my specifications, not the manufacturer's, is the standard lighter has a height of 82mm, a width of 25mm, and a depth of 15mm. And it weighs 21.3 grams. The Mini Standard has a height of 62mm, width of 22mm, and a depth of 11mm, and it weighs 11.5 grams. And the Bic Mini Electronic has a height of 63mm, a width of 25mm, and a depth of 12mm, and it weighs 15.7 grams. I've done a runtime test on all of these three lighters, which I'll put a link to in the description, and you should be looking at the results of that test now. Now I'll just quickly do a water demonstration showing you the differences between the standard and the electronic. So as we can see at the moment, the standard works and the electronic works. And if we stick them both in some water, I'll just leave that there for a second. Shake the standard out. So that's no longer working. The electronic. Ooh. Oh, apparently the electronic one's not working today either. I hope I'm not using the one I used in the runtime test that has no gas in it. Okay guys, I'm back and we're definitely well off script now. So this is that lighter I dunked in the water and it stopped working, and I've blown it out, I've shaken it out, and it's still not working. I've had a look down here and the spark, instead of coming from the bottom up to that little spark thing that's supposed to be onto it, it's just going from down the bottom just to the side of the case. So, oh, it did work that time, but for the majority of the, oh, it worked that time too. The majority of the time this one's not working, so I'm guessing this is a dead lighter. So, it's been a while. This one here that I dunked in water before, still not working, and these can take hours to dry out once you've got them wet. So what I've done is I've gotten 3 more. So again, this is the one that stopped working. 3 more electronics. And we'll try that test again because I did do it before I filmed this and it did work. So I'll have another crack. So you do have to shake it out. And working. Not every time, but it does work. Shake it out. Making my tools wet, which is probably not ideal, but see, obviously the water does decrease its reliability, but it will still go. So again, the flint one, absolutely no sparks coming out of that. This one here has been in there a little while now. There you go. So, in summary, the Bic Maxi has significantly more gas, and it's only costs a little bit more, so if space and water is not going to be an issue, then you'd go for this one. The Bic Mini Standard is the smallest and the lightest, but will stop working if it gets wet, the same as the Maxi. But if space is an absolute premium, then this one here would be your choice. And the Bic Mini Electronic is the only one here that will take a dunk in water and keep going some of the time. And so anyway you'll get your lighter wet and still need it operational, then the Maxi should be your choice. So the prices for these lighters as of October 2015 is the Bic Maxi is $1.50, the Bic Mini Electronic is $1.30, and the Bic Mini Standard is $1.25. I hope you find this video informative, and thanks for watching.